Hey, this is Sarah. Today I thought we'd talk a little bit about how to add a conditional image to Salesforce. In other words, an image that appears given conditions on the page or the object or the row or however you think about your data set. Basically what's going on here on this web page. So in this instance, we have a message that says, please add recipient fund. And that's just referring to this little piece of data right here, saying please add a recipient fund. So I'm going to go ahead and add a recipient fund. It's a pick list value. And I'll save it. And let's go back and look at our page. Oh, the image is gone. Now I'm going to go back down here. There's another error condition that's also echoed on this page. If I have a payment that equals less than the amount of the opportunity, another image echoes. Payments do not equal opportunity amount. So the question is, how do you get these images to display? It's helpful for the person doing data entry. If there's an error that you expect that's really hard to validate against, since it's cross-object, the payment table or the payment object is clearly it's a child table. And it's hard to do those cross-object validations without writing a little bit of code. And there might be instances where a user actually needs to leave it null. And I find this a little more pleasant from an end user's perspective to get an error message instead of just blocking them from doing what needs to happen. And then I think it's also nice to follow it up with error reports, but we can talk about that some other time. Let's look at how does this happen. Well, the first thing to know is this right here is just an image. And there's actually a very small period that's the field name, and that's why it's not displaying. So this image, there's a couple of different places that one could store an image in Salesforce. There's static documents, or there's static resources. That's usually where you put your JavaScript or other things. And the other place to put one, and the best place for this particular task, is here in Documents. So in Documents, I created a folder called Data Entry Support, and I made sure that everyone in my database had access to that folder. And then I went ahead and loaded up a couple images that I created in Paint on my computer. Then I went to our friend Opportunities. Here's my opportunity fields. I'm in Setup. And here is my first field. There's the little period right there. And it's a little formula field. And it's simply just, it's a nestled if. Let's see if we can make it a little bigger so we can actually do a little bit of reading. Whoa, that's a lot bigger. Let's cruise on over here. So this just says, if the field amount this is on the payment table, less the amount on the object is not equal to 0, then display the image. And this is just calling a little bit of code that you can totally copy and paste. It's just image, servlet, download file, blah, blah, blah. And then this is the ID of my document. So I'm going to real quick bounce back to documents so we can talk about how to find that ID. One of the great things about Salesforce that I really appreciate is everything has an ID. Everything has a unique ID. Every record has a unique ID. Record type has a unique ID. Record types are actually just another table. So, but it's cool, and I like the way that it works, and I really, really appreciate it. So here I'm back at my data entry support. I'm going to click on my friend Please Fix, which is one of our items. And here is the ID right there. So let's go back to this guy right here. No. Let's go back there. Sorry. Oh, this one. Sorry, my bad. So here we go. So just copy and paste this little bit of text and then throw in your image. And then it's a nestled if because there's two conditions. And remember, ifs are always condition, then true, and then false. So if it's true, it's going to echo. If it's not equal, it's going to echo this. If it's not true, then it's going to run another if statement that says, if fund, it's a little custom roll-up field that just counts the number of nulls in the payment table, and is greater than 0, then, hey, echo this message. And this is just the one that says, hey, there's a payment fund that's required. Else do nothing. And it's the close of the second if statement. I hope this was helpful, and I'm going to go ahead and throw this little piece right here, this image clause, into the description of the video in case you wanted to copy and paste it for, I don't know, for other uses. Thanks. This has been fun.